Welcome to Trend or Trap, presented by TrendsCenter. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2026, and I am Dan Karpuc. We have a loaded slate across the NBA and MLB with three trends that are putting up some absolutely ridiculous numbers. We're talking about a Thunder team that doesn't miss in this spot, a Wizards-Bulls matchup that looks ugly on paper but perfect for a trend, and a fade of the White Sox that continues to print year after year. Let's break it all down and figure out what's real and what's a trap. Starting off with the Thunder at the Lakers. Per TrendsCenter, after scoring 135 or more points in their last game, OKC has gone 13-0 against the spread on the road, playing against a non-divisional opponent since January 10th, 2024. So therefore, the Thunder minus 14.5 at the Lakers is in line with that trend. And I'm going to say this is a trend that I want to tail. While Jalen Williams is listed out for the Thunder, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Marcus Smart are out for the Lakers, and LeBron James is officially listed as questionable. These teams played last Thursday. OKC walked away with a 139-96 victory in that one. The Lakers are in third place in the West, guaranteed to avoid a play-in scenario. It would make a lot of sense to just rest LeBron and essentially throw this game away, letting the reserves get some action there. Maybe Bronny James is going to see a significant amount of time on the court tonight. OKC's depth trumps LA's. I don't think they're going to have a difficult time recording a blowout win in this spot on the road. Remember, this Thunder team just covered as 25.5-point favorites against the Jazz last time out. I'm not scared of backing them to cover this number either. So that is the first NBA game. I'm going to go with Thunder minus 14.5 in line with that perfect trend. And speaking of perfect trends, we have another one here for the Wizards versus the Bulls. Yes, this is a disgusting game on paper, and I'll get into more about why that's the case in a second. But per TrendsCenter, this season, home favorites of 3 or fewer points or underdogs have gone 12-0-1 ATS against the Bulls. Mathematically eliminated from play-in contention, Chicago just fired their front office, has zero reason to try to win this game, and as a result, Josh Giddey, Anthony Simons, Matas Buzelis, Jalen Smith, Nick Richards, Zach Collins, Noah Esengwe have all been ruled out per the official injury report, while Colin Sexton and Lachlan Olbrich are probable. The usual suspects, Trae Young, Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Cam Whitmore out for Washington. Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George are going to join them on the bench as well. Bilal Kalilabi, Justin Champagny, Trey Johnson, Tristan Vucevic are all questionable as well. This could be a G League matchup on paper as a result. But when you think about how bad these two teams are, Chicago has lost 7 straight outright. Washington has lost 6 straight outright. This trend, though, has hit 12 straight times. I'm going to take the Wizards and the points, get them at +6. I think that it makes perfect sense to do that. Both of these teams don't really have much incentive to win, but the players on the court are going to play hard. I like guys like Will Riley, Bub Carrington on Washington's side. I think that they are going to get extended run tonight in this matchup. So I'm going to go with the Wizards to take care of business, and I would sprinkle maybe a little bit on the money line as well and at home in this matchup. And finally, let's go to the Diamond, and we are going to fade the White Sox. Per TrendsCenter, if you faded the White Sox when they were underdogs over the past 3 seasons, you'd be up 68.09 units right now. 297 and 133, almost hitting at 70% if you just faded the White Sox when they were dogs over that time span. One of the major reasons why I really like the Orioles in this spot is Trevor Rogers is on the hill. He's 2-0 with a 1.38 ERA. Obviously very small sample size, just 2 starts, but he has continued that elite status from last season for the Orioles. If you recall back to last season, he was pitching at a Cy Young caliber. Now he is going up against a very below average, we'll say to be nice, offense in Chicago here. Chicago is 4-6, Baltimore's 4-6, off to identical starts, but the White Sox have scored 3 or fewer runs in 6 of their first 10 contests. I think they're going to have a really difficult time dealing with Rogers and that talented southpaw in this matchup. Also, Shane Smith is going to be on the mound for the White Sox in this one. 0-2, 19.29 ERA. Obviously, again, small sample size, but he has gotten shelled in his first 2 outings of the year. This should be a really good get-right spot for Baltimore's lineup, who should not only take advantage of a guy like Smith, who probably isn't an MLB caliber pitcher, and a terrible White Sox bullpen as well. Look like guys like Pete Alonso, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman. These guys have sky-high potential, the same sky-high potential that other elite lineups in the MLB have. I think they're going to put up some crooked numbers today in this matchup. So therefore, you can get the Orioles money line at -135 across the industry right now, hovering in that 135 to 140 range. So I'm going to go with the trend once again and say that I'm going to go with the trend on all 3 of these spots today. 3 trends, 3 very different spots, but that's the beauty of TrendsCenter, right? You identify these edges in various places. The Thunder in a potential blowout, the Wizards in a battle of 2 terrible teams, and a continued fade of those White Sox behind a red-hot Trevor Rogers on the mound. As always, trends are tools, not guarantees, so make sure you're factoring in the full picture before locking in your bets every day. If you want more data just like this every single day, check out TrendsCenter, and I will catch you next time on Trend or Truth.